Well, hello, my chaotic crew. Bentley Michaels here. Hey, hope your summer's going awesome. If you're out of school, enjoy the sun, enjoy the fun, get a summer job, mow some lawns. I don't know what you guys do now. Or create an Etsy store in which you sell lawn clippings online. Fun. Hey, we're going to have an ad coming up here in a second for a sister podcast, if you will. And you're going to hear about their show. It seems pretty cool if you like D&D, but you also like space. Maybe you're into that sort of second season of Sneak Attack. This seems like the podcast for you. Also, make sure you check out awesomedice.com. Use our promo code chaotic at checkout. Also, make sure you're giving us the reviews. You're giving us the old likes and the retweets and the Instagrams and the follows. Hey, and if you want to hear something on your show, I'm putting this out to you right now. You want to hear some sort of adventure? You want to hear some sort of take on something? Let me know and I will put it in the show. Guaranteed. Now listen.
Greetings, interstellar travelers, from Point Zero Star, a sci-fi RPG adventure with 5 humble Canadians as your hosts. Follow the crew of the Mary Shelley, Vinyl Flyway.
I would just hate it if we walked in there, with like a gun, and then she shot us with our own gun.
K's.
You'll have to excuse me, Coachella, but I'm going to have to cut our lunch short.
Coachella's my sister.
Nix Nedra.
And she looks up at Nyx, and she's studying you for a sec, just eyeing you up.
I flex.
And the daring captain, Rust Duckers.
And he's like, that's you, right?
Yeah, it is. And, if you ever hear anybody talking about it, just remind them who you sold this thing to.
They're just trying to earn some thread and stay under the radar, but things haven't worked out that way so far. Look for Point Zero Star on iTunes or wherever you receive podcast transmissions.
In a vast landscape full of adventurers, you are now listening to the world of chaotic amateurs.
Ooh, and welcome back to Chaotic Amateurs, everybody. You all know the players. You all know what the deal is. Hey, it's ship battle time. Let us get into it. We are back up at the top of initiative because Peleus. It would be bad guy ship number 1's turn, but Peleus is in control of it like he's freaking Magneto. So they're all just running around trying to like one guy's holding on to the ship thing, and like Peleus will kind of see it or whatever, and he'll move it and throw the guy off. And and it's not going well. So they are basically, essentially, they are out of order. I'm going to leave them up there. So we go back to the Howling Knight, which was making its way to the east side of ship number 3. You definitely see ship number 2 start to head towards your left side of the ship.
Yeah, if the image that you have on the whiteboard is accurate, yep. I'm going to tell them to just go ahead and let loose on ship 2.
Okay.
And fire those cannons if they're in range.
Okay. Let's see here. I'll say on you got a bigger ship, so we'll say there's 4 cannons if you want to. Okay. If you guys want to split attacks, let me see. How does it?
Yeah, I figure in terms of initiative, I'll do the ship and then you do whatever it is you're doing.
It's 120 to 480 feet if it's that far away.
Okay.
Roll me a 20 with a +6 to the attack.
Okay.
So you each roll 2. We'll let you be in charge.
And just a second before I yell the command, I look at the boat to see if it looks like I'm supposed to be doing this.
It definitely looks aggressive to you.
Okay.
I got 14 and 18.
Okay.
Wait.
2 and 2 for 4 cannons.
2 and 2.
And you said it's a +8?
6.
+6. Okay, so a 19 and a 10.
Okay, a 19 and a 10. So 4 cannons go off. 3 of them hit. One of them goes boom. It's a little short. Now you can for each attack that hit, you had 2 that hit Ren, You had one that hit. Each attack gets 3d10.
Noise.
As they're rolling that, we cut to Peleus in the sky. Peleus, what are you thinking as you're
Peleus is holding concentration, just trying to keep steering this thing down.
Okay. And Duroc, how are you feeling about commanding this airship?
Oh, I'm feeling super comfortable.
Do you have your helmet on, your general helmet?
Why not? Yeah, I put it on when he was like, grab the helm, Duroc. I was like, okay, and I dropped my bag, put on my helmet.
Got to play the part.
Gorgeous red plume. Yeah, absolutely. And now I'm standing behind the helm like I was born to steer a sky ship into battle.
Great. Yeah. And we now cut back to our damage.
32.
Oh.
19.
Oh, wow.
I rolled some 10s. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's great. So
was there a plus to the damage?
I didn't add any pluses.
No.
Okay.
Nope. Okay, so we've got 51 points of piercing damage that hit. Let's see, one of these airships. What's the? Oh, wow. Okay, cool. It's going to be a little more difficult. Their hull is 300, but you did some work on it. You've got you took out 52, and now they know that you're not playing. So that's great. Ren, you were still flying over there.
Yes.
Great.
I want to.
You don't get to. You take 2
Am
turns.
I within 300 feet?
Are you within 300 feet? Sure.
Okay. I want to cast Control Water on number 3 and push it towards number 2.
Okay. You would have to do that from the back end.
Okay.
Okay.
So until the spell ends, you control any freestanding water inside an area you choose that is a cubic of 100 feet on a side. You can choose any of the following effects, which is spell. Flood. We don't want to do flood. We want to do push.
Okay.
You instead create a 20-foot wall that travels from one side of the area to the other and crashes down. Any huge or smaller vehicle in the waves passes carried into the other side. Any huge or small vehicles struck by the wave have a 25% chance of capsizing. The water level remains elevated until you choose to end it. There is so much written here.
I think
This is awesome.
I think you've already said what you
I
can
haven't used control water before. This is the first time. Basically, it is pushed in the direction of the other one.
Okay.
And there is also a 25% chance that it will capsize.
So does he have to roll a D100 then?
He would have to roll a D100
Like a
to see if it
percentage
capsize. But it seems like regardless, it is pushed in the direction I choose, which would be towards the other ship.
Okay, great. So, let's see here.
However you want to deal with that.
We are becoming gods.
We're getting pretty powerful at level 9.
Yeah.
Okay. And so what? I have to... How do I do the 25% thing?
D100, and if it's 7... If it's
roll 2d10s.
Over 75.
Yeah, you can do 2d10s, or you can
I have dice.
Yeah.
I was getting out.
No, I'm asking you, so I have to beat, like, what number?
You have to beat 75.
Cool. 10. So this big old 20-foot wall of water comes up like behind number 3 and gives it a big old push, and it pushes it a little too hard, and its nose goes down and starts immediately taking on water, and you kind of got like a Titanic looking thing with its ass in the air. And slowly, like, you've got like water going in through like the first cannon areas or whatever. You see some guys go like, ooh, like, fly through the air as it, like, because it kind of just like hit like an e-brake type thing and then just like started taking on water. So yeah, it's got about 5 turns and before it's gonna be pretty sunken. And well done.
Nice job.
So Bailey, you got a big old target to well played, Ren. Okay, so number 3. Well, he's effectively out of. I mean, they're going to start bailing. So number 2, who has been hit, they're very confused. And as you're closer, you recognize people on the ship. They're wearing similar outfits to like the guards and different stuff that you've seen in the past on Bog Late. You know, the uniforms that you guys like took, and you know, with the Red Dragon emblem on and all that sort of stuff. So you don't feel too bad. Number 2 is going to try to start turning so it can fire. So it's going to start trying to bring its nose around south, so it can a little bit, even though you guys are still going, it needs to get, cannon. So that's what it's doing with its turn, and it's readying its cannons. We go up to the Pale Lady with Durok and Cinder.
In Peleus, Durok and Peleus?
Oh, sorry. Durok and Peleus.
I'm still concentrating.
Yep.
Has the ship crashed yet?
Yeah. How many turns has it been?
You see number 3, all of a sudden you see it go like woof, and like it just like takes on water, and you see like little Ren kind of like, and then and you saw the shots from the Howling Knight, affect number 2. I would say you've probably got one more round before you can give it the final push right into.
Okay.
So if there's anything you'd like to command Durok to do to help you out or whatever, but you guys are moving along.
I would just, tell him to just keep us close. How much closer are we now to the other 2 boats?
You're within. These are close, and you're coming in, and like, you'll have like one more round before you can, like I said, give it the final push. And
oh, okay, all right.
So you guys are definitely. They see the one angled coming in big, and they see the other one. You guys are definitely like coming over the horizon, and you're getting bigger to everybody else.
I'll just I'll keep concentrating, and that's what I'll do.
And I will keep steering until I get close enough to jump out and kill everybody on board another ship.
All right, yeah, okay. So you guys it's all going well. And all going well for you. And now we're back to the Howling Knight. Cinder, you see number 2 is sort of starting to turn a little bit so it can get shot on you. You've also pretty much made your way up to this one with its bottom in the air at this point, and this one now is sort of like leveling out a little bit more so it could get a good shot on you. You would imagine that they'll be able to fire on you their next turn, but you definitely have you're definitely closer to number 3 as far as like you could definitely shoot at it if you wanted to. But you're the captain now, so
yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and let loose on 3. I call everybody to fire.
Great. Same thing. Both of you guys roll 2 plus 6.
25 and 7.
Oh, nailed it.
No, 8.
13 and crit fail.
Okay. So only 2 hit. You each had one
He
that
had
hit.
them all. Well, what's the
13.
I hit 1.
Okay.
Yeah. So you each got 1. So that's 3d10 apiece.
13. No, wait. No. 20.
Nice.
21.
Great. Okay, you guys fire off number 3, and I would say that you're smart enough that you fire it near the sort of front area that's in the water, so water starts to seep in
faster,
quicker.
Yeah,
it's starting to go down. It's starting to sink a little bit more quickly. You see people jumping off. You see people, that sort of thing. They're insanely befuddled. And Ren, are you still flying around, or what are you doing?
Yeah, can I see the captain of ship number 3?
I'll say yes, but he's also kind of like hanging on, like he's trying not to like fall.
I want to cast command.
Okay.
And say, your ship has fallen on bad terms. Tell your crewmates to surrender to save their lives. He has to make a wisdom save.
Okay, what do I beat?
A 17.
Natural 20.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Not even in the tray. So he's, I'm going to say...
He can choose to accept that if he wants, also.
he hears your words, and he's like, are you... You just hear him yell out across you, are you freaking kidding me? Everybody's abandoning the ship. What am I going to... And then he lets go and he falls like in Titanic and like he hits something and like then hits the water.
I still cast the spell.
Yeah, it's all good.
How and how bad a shape is that boat number 2?
You've definitely seen it get hit by some cannonballs or whatever, but you would imagine that it still has at least 200 HP to it. So it definitely looks way less messed up than boat number 3. And let's see here. Yeah, boat number 2 is going to roll on you guys. Let's see here.
Brace yourselves.
On the Howling Knight. Okay, let's see here. So crit fail, 3. Natural 20 and 7. So only one hits. One hits you guys, the natural 20. Everybody else, they were like, we thought this was going to be easy. And they definitely screwed up. So let's see here. Grab my 10s. And we've got 10 6, 8. Okay, so they fire on you for 18 points of damage to the Howling Knight. You hear the biggest cannon go off. The big one in the middle, because all the other wimpy ones were like, pee, 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 and they didn't work. They misfired, and then the one was just like, boosh. And just rocks you guys, and it hits you right in the back left fanny quarter hind. And I'm not going to say that it causes a hole, but it definitely knocks it. Maybe some of the back end, like all the fancy stuff, was knocked loose, but your hull integrity is still there. There's no water coming in.
Sweet.
And we now move on to Peleus.
I am going to, right before it hits, I want that boat, the airship, to flip upside down and then crash into it. So all the men on the deck fall out.
Okay.
That's what I want.
This spell is just...
It's great. It's great.
Okay. Yeah, so, like, you want them all to fall out in the water?
Yeah. It basically...
So you're saving their lives, kind of?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
It out.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm saving their lives by abandoning them in the middle of the ocean.
And then killing everybody else on the other ship.
Surprise! No ride home. Good luck, fellas.
All right, so it's going down, and number 2 ship, who was all focusing, with their backs to it, they all turn around, they're like, uh-oh. And they see this ship flip upside down, and let's see, let's roll a percentage here for you. Well, only 20% of the guys fall off. You forgot about the people in the hole that were managing the cannons and stuff like that. So
yeah, they're dead.
So you tried. You're a benevolent god pirate.
I'm not terrible. I'm not awful. I'm
trying to help him out.
Trying to save as many people as I can.
And
I saw it.
And so some of them fall out, and then you crash the one ship right into the other one. I'm going to just straight up just tell you, they're screwed, man. You divide it right in half. Just this big old, all this wood, it just crashes. Just wood explode everywhere. You see some squishy bodies too that kind of pop or something, like some gross blood stuff. And well, don't crash the ship into another ship,
or at least don't watch it.
The pop description.
And that's the best part. And so they
did both boats get destroyed?
Yeah. So you guys, I would imagine, after you've done that, hold on, let's see something here. Let's roll Well, you beat 50. Hey, I saw what you did.
All right.
You don't know that yet, but I rolled the percentage dice. And
Nice.
Hey, ADD. And then can you pick those up so my dog doesn't eat them on the... Yeah, I think a couple of them did.
Sweet.
So yeah, you guys have completely felled my ship battle adventure.
Boat battle over.
Yep. I thought that would last a little bit longer. There'd be a little more fire or something like that. So the pale lady. I'm assuming Palish. You go back to your helm and you tell Durak you've got it, and you bring it for smooth sailing. You land up here next to the Howling Knight. People are. People are scrambling, trying to get on board separate pieces of wood, find a barrel or something like that.
Yeah, I start killing those people.
No, I start gathering those people and bringing them aboard.
I'm gonna.
The Howling Knight? You're gonna bring the bad guys on your ship?
Yes.
Yeah, I leap over, and as Ren leaves one and goes to get the next, I just...
Thanks a lot, Ren. Making it easy for me.
Just kidding. I won't do
throw
that.
him back in the water.
I say we should try and just capture these people.
Okay.
Let's chat with them, find out where they came from, why they're attacking us, and maybe they can join our cause if they're mercenaries for hire.
I would say, as I said earlier, you notice the uniforms that they are in,
which are
what's that?
They have a symbol of Zarvog.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it was like the uniforms you guys put on back at the.
Gotcha.
So
they've clearly lost their ships. I mean, perhaps we can convince them to join us.
All right.
Denounce or die.
That's a lot of people, man.
How many people exactly?
I would say there's up to 80 people per ship.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
So
how about we allow you just 2 people?
So I would say that you would have at least 160 to 180 people to deal with.
Oh.
Actually, you know what? No, let's go down to about 100 because you did smash 2 ships into each other.
I did. Yeah, I did. I did crash 2 ships.
Well, you can start bringing as many on board as you can. We'll question them and tie them up as you bring them on board.
I only think we need 1 personally if we're talking about this.
Yeah, maybe look for a captain or a higher up or
look for a captain.
I'm gonna sail the pale lady over around to where I dumped a bunch of people.
Okay.
And I want to shout out, who here has the highest rank?
One guy's he's like, "Me, I was the captain."
All right.
How'd you do that?
Well, I'm a wizard. Isn't it obvious?
I had a flying ship.
Yeah, all ships were flying.
So was mine until you crashed into the other one, and I'm not a wizard.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Well,
you should get one.
What are you going to do? Anyways, I will invite you on board as my captive/guest.
Ward, they call that.
Sure, Ward. I have some questions for you. And considering you are drowning currently, floating on a piece of wood.
Yeah. All right, I accept.
All right.
Okay.
Come on board.
Is there land anywhere in
Nope.
sight?
You're out in the middle of the ocean.
Oof. That's a lot of dead souls.
That's a bad thing. I want to cast Control Water. All these other people floating on boards and stuff.
Uh-huh.
I want to push them in the direction I believe to be nearest to land.
That would probably be Boglate from...
The current carries them so that they make it to shore.
Okay.
That's another 4th level spell slot.
Okay. How you killed them and then you're like, oh, wait, now I feel bad. Just I'm going to ruin this ship with this cool thing. Oh, guilt.
Well, I gotta ruin the ship and save ourselves, but...
Oh, okay.
It's costly, spell slot-wise, to this new Ren.
It's rough, yeah.
Okay, let's see here. Actually, you know what? You roll a percentage. See how many people. Let's see. We'll say we got 100 people out there.
31.
Okay, you got 31 people that you push back who will safely make it. The other 69.
You'll never know.
Actually, 68 because Paley's. Yeah, some of them. Let's see here.
Yeah, you forgot I saved one.
17% of the other people make it back as well in a little rougher shape. The rest drowned along the way. They got dysentery. Oregon Trail.
I get on board and just kind of hang out with the rest of the crew and say a prayer to Ulagan for the people that are obviously going to drown that we can't do anything about.
Okay.
I tell Duroc to tie our new guest up.
Which I do.
Okay.
With ropes.
Nice.
And I go, sorry to do this, but, you are our enemy, and I don't trust you, obviously.
I do the same.
But anyways, maybe in the course of our journey to where we're going, we can get to know each other. Maybe share a beer. I'm not terrible. Maybe you can give me some information. Maybe I'll give you some information.
What kind of information are you looking for?
I don't know, what kind of information you got?
I don't know. What kind of information are you looking for?
All of it.
Oh, all the information.
All the information.
Yeah, we're going to need everything you know.
Okay. About what?
Well, like who you're working for, why you're doing this.
Well, I mean...
What are your personal goals in life?
Yeah.
What are you trying to achieve as a man?
Well, I was trying to kill you, but that didn't work out.
Yeah, well,
No.
now you got new goals to have.
Yeah, honestly, growth is sort of, the path of
Ren and Friends.
This is good for you.
It's kind of the new direction of Peleus and Pals.
That's the name of the group on my ship.
Yeah, Duroc and the dudes, for sure.
Duroc, I actually like Duroc and the dudes. That's good.
Yeah,
That's
that's our
volleyball team.
That's our name now.
That's your Top Gun name.
Okay. Now, as you picked him up, just for easiness, I'm going to say that you go back, you make your way back up to the other ship, and you bring him on the other ship where everybody is. So your group is around each other, so you can all question him if you want.
I mean, we're the two most important.
Right, but I've been doing a lot of jumping back and forth, so I'd like you guys to all kind of be around each other.
All right,
okay,
fine.
so we're all on one ship right now.
Yep.
And
Peleus, you're like, I got the captain of the one I flipped upside down.
Yeah, I tied him up.
Just so you know, I burned some more spell slots for create food and create water on a section of the ship that is more intact. So if people find their way to that section of the ship, maybe they have a better chance of survival.
Before it sinks? Gotcha.
Well, hopefully they'll figure out a way to keep it afloat. There's food, there's water.
They start
there now.
plugging the holes with the food.
They're not going to be
Baguettes.
attacking us anymore. So if they survive, that's
Cool.
Ulagan's way.
All right.
Thanks, son. All right.
87% of the people
Hey, that's not bad.
that are left.
Die.
So yeah, 8 out of 10 or whatever it is. Like 8.5 out of 10. A halfling, he's in there.
All right.
You get some food. All right, so you guys are all on the same deck. You've got this captain guy tied up. He's wearing this whole Zarvog, Mortal Kombat getup.
This would be easier if we knew your name.
Yeah, my name's Frath, Winddriver.
Frath Winddriver.
Nice to meet you, Froth.
That's a really horrible name, Winddriver. It's unlucky where I come from.
Okay.
Because anything that
must be why I'm tied up on a boat then.
Honestly, your pithiness is only going to get you so far with me.
I love how mad he gets so quickly every time.
Since I'm there with everybody else, 15-foot radius, we're going to do Zone of Truth. He has to make some kind of charisma saving throw.
Do I have to make it too?
Everyone who...
If you're willing.
Yeah, if you're willing, you don't have to. Otherwise, you have to make
I'll be willing to tell the truth.
All right.
Yeah,
You better tell us what we want to know or I'm going to kill you.
And it's a what throw?
Charisma.
Charisma? Ooh, 17.
That meets, man.
Hey.
I'm telling the truth.
Go lay down.
I just want you to know that, Ren.
Go lay down.
Tell us what we want to know or I'll kill you, personally.
And that's the truth.
You haven't asked me anything yet, so besides my name. And then you got mad because of my pithiness.
I don't know why he's getting so pithy about this.
Or I would like to ask,
Yes.
what were your direct orders? What did they tell you about your mission coming here, other than to kill me?
Well, we were supposed to retrieve you at all costs.
Did they send you after me specifically, or...
What's your name?
Durak?
No.
Okay.
To retrieve us.
I'll remind you that you're under the zone of truth.
And I'll remind you that I beat it.
You sure you're not after just me?
I haven't heard of you.
Good.
I was told to capture...
No survivors.
I was...
That's where you kill everyone. So no one knows your name, but then you expect everyone to know who you are. You're like, don't you know what I've... Oh, no. They wouldn't know.
Nope. Never left anybody behind.
Oh, man. Okay. At least once an episode, I text Rhett when I'm like writing notes, the editing notes for it, and I go, "You just said this." He goes, "When?" I'm like, "This is episode blah blah blah." He's like, "I don't remember." I think last week's episode was the first one you hadn't named in like probably 8 or 9 episodes.
Doesn't sound right.
I don't like this balance. All right, so sorry, what was the question?
What was who specifically is he supposed to find?
I was supposed to find the group that came on to. They made their way through outpost number 6, and then they went to outpost number 2. Charmed a secretary, gathered some supplies, and disguised themselves as us. Technically, you guys are. I mean, you guys probably would have changed, but you were technically still wearing it when we started today.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like us.
And then made your way to 2, and then disappeared into the forest, and then made a quick reappearance on the coastline. We sent some sentries out. They never came back. We found body parts, man, floating in the water.
Parts. What kind of body part? I heard there were sharks in the water, though.
Well, I'm going to let you know. We, I believe, freed Sidset.
Okay.
And she will be taking over that.
What, the dragon?
Again. Yes.
You freed her?
Yeah.
Huh.
So you will have something to deal with in the future. You are definitely on the outs on that island. And we're going to be heading to another area.
Another area?
We're heading to another area.
That's cool.
Ren.
Free.
Ren.
Ixnay.
He doesn't need to know. Honestly, if you want him to live, that's no.
No. Nothing.
Yep.
Nothing.
You're gonna go somewhere to free nothing. Got it.
Hey, wind bucket.
Yeah. Dumb rock.
Forget about it.
Right. So, Frath, right?
Yes.
Wind bucket. Yeah.
Frath. Oh, okay.
Does Dumb Rock always talk that much?
Yeah, incessantly.
Unfortunately, yes.
Gotcha.
He's my bro. I mean,
Oh.
Yeah.
once you put tanning lotion on a man, you're kind of bonded forever.
Sorry to interrupt your guys' air party.
It's cool. Don't
Honestly,
worry.
we barely forgive you.
Anyways, Frath. Do you know anything? Maybe top secret? Maybe something.
Like, what? I could.
Think wisely if you want to have suntan lotion applied liberally to your backside.
With your sword.
Can I make it like an insight check to see if?
But
he's being
like,
honest?
what do you just want? Like, I mean, he has secrets. Everybody has secrets, but like what specific kind of secrets are you looking for?
The most embarrassing.
Troop movements of this Zarvog cult.
Okay.
And military orders.
Military orders. Okay.
Yeah, like where they plan on going, if they're planning on attacking anyone.
Gotcha. Okay. And you're casting a spell to make him tell the truth?
No, I'm not doing anything. That's what I want to know, but I'm making an insight to see.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
If he actually knows anything.
Sure.
Or if he's just kind of like pretending.
Okay.
Okay. That is a 16.
Oh, good. Okay, so you'll be insightful to what his response is. So you ask him secrets, like what kind of stuff and military stuff.
Yeah, like what kind of military, movements or like troop movements are going on in your little weird army? Yeah.
Well, I mean, our deployment's pretty simple. Like we keep the economy going, and then we're looking for Sidset's temple. But I guess, they'll figure it out eventually if you've actually freed the dragon or whatever. Like I guess it's pointless to find it now. So, I wish I could radio him back and be like, hey, halt production, but,
No, they should definitely keep doing that.
No, that's fine. They're doing great work.
All right, well.
I mean, on our landmass, that's pretty much it. I've heard tale that, from some people that, like, gather supplies, they take our shipments and, out to the world or whatever. Like, people talk. It's getting pretty rowdy in Würzburg. There's more Zarvog attacks, all the time. He's that short little dwarven dude. What's his name?
Yeah, Durok Dragonsbane, right?
No, Dumrock. The guy that runs Würzburg. What's his name?
Yeah, he's not worth naming. Don't worry about it.
Well, he's crazy. And he's amassing an army.
Yeah.
And
people turning against him?
No. He's in control of Würzburg right now and almost the entire landmass of Ostristan, if I remember correctly.
Oh, is that right?
And he's trying to branch out and make sure everybody's but Rehl-Sarin, they're all a bunch of rich people. They don't care. Like as long as they get money.
Yeah.
But everywhere else, it's kind of gloomy, it's kind of dark. Zarvog's been attacking more and he's been flexing his power. But that's all just, between sailor talk, who knows how much of that is true.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It is just between sailors.
Well, Frath, it seems like you've got a wealth of information, and, I appreciate it. So,
and then I take my dagger out, and I cut him loose.
Uh-huh.
And I go, all right, well, head on home.
I point to the raft of food and water that I set up for
and then
some of his
I
crew.
shake my head and I just point to the plank.
No. You're gonna walk the plank.
It'll be a funny story later.
I've always wanted to do this.
It's pretty fun, right?
Honestly.
All right, so he walks the plank.
I'm gonna walk him just to the edge, okay. And I'm gonna go.
Any last words?
You've been gentle captors.
That's right. Spread the word about Dumrock Dragonsbane.
Right. And a 1 and a 2. And I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna throw you overboard. No, we'll put you on the little floaty over there, whatever. But Frath, you've been great. You're a great guy. Real congenial towards us, and I'm trying to put my pirate ways behind me. It's just like a fun gag I like to do. So, anyways, you're free to go.
All right. Well, he just he gives you a salute, captain to captain, and he just takes one step back and drops off the thing down into the water.
Oh, he did want to walk the plank. Oh, he really did. I forgot he could just drop and swim. Yeah.
And then he swims over to where he sees Ren's pile of food and tries to shimmy his way on there, and
he's an expert swimmer, all right.
I hope I see Frath again. I feel like in a different life we could have been friends. Sea buddies.
There's a reason they call him the Wind Bucket.
Too. Well, I'll miss you already, Frath.
Oh, God, are those sharks closing in?
No, Frath!
Cool, so I think we're going to get on our boats.
Frath
our
makes it home okay.
Boats. Sweet. And then I think we're going to keep on heading to Rehl-Sarin.
Okay. You guys make it, do you want to go back up in the air, or?
Yeah, well...
Just a little bit, because it's cool.
Yeah.
It's like a low hover.
A low hover. We'll keep a low hover.
Okay.
So they're on the water, and
100
we're
feet off?
just above the water.
Just like 2 inches?
Just enough to clear over their ship if we need
Just so
to.
they know, like, hey,
Rubbing
our boat
that you can
flies.
Don't mess with the flying ship.
Yeah.
We're the flying ship boys.
We're the flying ship boys.
The Howling Knight just hears that song going on up above them. You go by him, like you'll slow down, but then go by him and be like, flying ship boys.
We're the flying ship boys.
All right, let's go.
Cool. So you guys continue on south, and I will just say, every now and again, you stop. It becomes nighttime. You slow down. You have food. You get to know. You get to know, Tomby, Alvin, and Aoth a little bit more. And Lucas, what are you doing?
He wants to know Tomby, Aoth, and Windbucket some more. We're the flying ship boys. We're the flying ship boys. We flying fast and hard and up and down, and we're flying windward and into the clouds town.
Okay, cool. So, what were you saying? Besides the flying ship boys, something about
we were getting to know the other shipmates every now and then when we stopped.
Yeah, when you would stop, you travel for the day or whatever, and
eventually we know their deepest fears.
I'm slowly wearing down on Aoth. Slowly.
She finds you somewhat charming now.
I'm always
in a weird kind of way. Like she shakes her head a lot at you, but she finds you somewhat charming.
Durock still doesn't recognize the ritual. He's like,
getting there, we're getting there.
I eventually do cast divination to talk to Ulagon.
Okay. Go ahead.
So, Ulagon, how's it going? Things are well.
How does this one work?
I get 3 questions, and he can answer yes or
no.
no.
Yes or no. Okay.
Hope things are well. I'm moving in a direction a little more peaceful than I have been in the past, but still continuing on the path. Do you approve of my plan?
Yes.
Okay. Will I continue to serve you and promote your name across all of the lands going henceforth?
Will you?
May I guess.
Oh, may you? Yes.
What's your favorite color?
Is Durock the best?
No.
Is my family safe and well in Cade?
Yes.
That's 3.
See ya.
Thanks, Ulagon.
Yeah, cool.
When it goes tonight, and
Uh-huh.
If I am relieved of steering, I want to follow the same pattern of 2 hours hanging out with the sword, and then the rest sleeping.
Okay.
For however many nights we're out there.
Yeah, I would say 2. So you probably got 2 hours left on your.
Okay.
And I'm spending time with my father's book.
Okay.
I should be pretty close to finishing, I would imagine.
Probably, yeah.
Rewriting, yeah.
Yeah.
I've just been doing a lot of push-ups and also attuning to my sword and stuff as well.
How many hours would you say that you've attuned to it?
I mean, as often as I can between push-ups and.
Well, that's not an answer. How many?
Well, also Durock's keeping watch a lot. So at night, I mean, depends on how long we're sort of going about, but
it's all make believe. Give me a number.
All right.
Since you've been traveling
10, 12 hours a day.
You're attuning to it 10, 12 hours a day?
You said it's make believe. All right.
Never mind. I take my 2 hours back. I want that.
Okay. Like honestly, probably I was thinking 90 minutes to 2 hours.
Okay.
Chance.
I attune to my amulet a couple hours each night.
Good.
We should have an attuning
bed.
party and just get together and attune to our stuff.
Yeah, you guys want to attune?
Yeah.
Ren,
Anyways,
you at all with the cloak?
I've gotta finish rewriting
the book
my
first?
father's book. Yeah, that's
All right.
That's number one in my.
Okay, you guys all feel very much closer to your items. You're feeling, the more that you attune to them, they almost feel like warmer, and they feel like more powerful, and like you can unlock. You're closer to like unlocking the door, whatever it is. And so you guys are all very, very close to it. And when you do, you guys will get more cool stuff.
Cool.
Did you want to talk to, yes?
I was going to say, if Duroc is willing, whenever we happen to be together on the same boat.
Gross.
I want to, I saw him wield his sword proficiently in the past, and I want to pick up some tips.
You mean you saw two halves of people?
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, you beat around the bush a lot when you say it, but Duroc understands, and he's willing to teach anybody the martial way of the sword.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. You have something to say about that, Peleus?
Me? No. Go ahead. Swing your swords at each other. Sounds fun.
You want to learn?
Why would I need to?
Just in case somebody
I hold the fabric of reality in my hands.
Yeah, but what if you ever drop it?
I never would. Did you see me drop that boat? Right on top of that other one.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's the only thing I drop.
What
It's
if...
boats.
Bodies.
From the sky that I control.
And trousers.
100 people survived that. You know how many would have survived if I dropped a boat on somebody?
Oh, God.
0.
Guess how many I wanted to survive?
Less than 100.
100.
Okay, so I would imagine you guys all sort of have like a communal thing, like when you eat and that sort of thing before you go back to your own ships, and
Yeah.
So as you anything else you guys want to do? Communicate with anybody?
I want to attempt to attune to Aoth.
She's not receptive to the attuning as of right now.
Fine.
Fine, but I'm wearing her down.
I meet up with Cinder.
Okay.
And just kind of chat about Yamhorn, things that he knew about Yamhorn. Share some deep confining, some deep ideas about him that I remember, and just kind of reminisce about Yamhorn with Cinder.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very nice.
Weird meta stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
What's your favorite thing about him? What's his best feature?
Okay, so you guys, after several days of travel and making your way a little bit southwest, you finally start to see, you start to come upon a landmass. Land ho, as Peleus would shout, I believe. And you see a very, obviously it's big, it's huge, and it's not like you can see, from side to side, right to left of it. But I always kind of imagine it like when you drive the gorge and you look over to Washington, you just see, and there's the water in between. Very similar to that. It's a beautiful place. Very, very similar to Oregon and Washington. Lots of trees, lots of greenery as you're coming up onto it. Peleus, having taped his map to his steering wheel. Yeah. He notices that the map is changing, and he's starting to see the landmass only. He's starting to see Rehl-Sarin only, and he starts to notice that it's kind of like somewhat of a cove, a very large sort of cove, and what that's not indicative of what is written here. So as you're making your way in, you see that you see that there kind of only seems to be like one way. It looks like a cove, and you can see ships freely kind of coming in and out of this thing. It looks like a very, very nice port city as you get closer to it, and you kind of see the way it goes in. It's like traffic lanes. You go in on the right, you come out on the left, and
I'm gonna put my boat into the water.
Yep.
Because I don't want to go flying into this cove.
Hello, boys.
Hello. Yeah. So I'm gonna just steer it like normal next to the Howling Knight into the cove.
Cool. Write that down. Okay. So as you enter, it is vast. It is so big, and you would and you just see houses. You see, or what you would assume is houses, and it looks nice. It's it's built into the rock. Some are jutting out. There's what seems to go around this miles and miles wide cove. Like it's like like when you go to like a lake or something. There's all the people on the outside, but then there's tons of boats in the middle just doing stuff, having fun. But like they know the thing. So there's like silly goose time happening in the middle, but also there's like the trade route where it can kind of come in. There's plenty of docks. There's plenty of stuff. It looks like bunches of graves as you sort of make your way. I'm going to say Peleus is very attuned with how these sorts of things work. I will also assume that you guys have dropped your pirate flags from your ships.
For sure.
Okay, cool. So you've dropped the pirate flags from the ships, and you make your way into this beautiful cove. And standing directly in the middle of this cove is a very large, it looks like, it looks like Nick Cage's hairline, if it was a rock formation that was several hundred feet, tall. And right dab in the middle is a very large, going up almost this entire, rock formation. Bright lights, lots of dangles, lots of design. It's called the Dragon's Head Casino.
Oh no!
And you see the Dragon's Head Casino. That's the big thing. But around everything else, it looks like Italy or France and farmers market type stuff, where it's like real. Get stuff right off the ship, put it into my stuff. We sell to this side. They could have multiple shops. It's like a McDonald's every quarter of a mile, like because it's different parts of the population. They kind of supply. But right in the middle, you see a several hundred feet tall in the middle of this big old sort of a cul-de-sac, the Dragon's Head Casino, and that's where we leave it for this week, ladies and gentlemen.
This is going to be fun.
Welcome to Rehl-Sarin.
Boom.
Very nice. Very nice. Very rich. The nicest of places you've been. I'm very excited to get into this next part. But until then, I've been your host for Season 3, Bentley Michaels. To my right, we have...
Caleb is Cinder Darkloft.
Dash is Peleus Earth.
Red is Dark Dragon's Bane.
Milo's Ren.
Grab your swords and keep on adventuring.
Follow us across all platforms with Chaotic Amateurs. Please subscribe, rate, and review our show on your podcast app of choice to help us climb the charts and find new adventurers. Or become a patron on Patreon to help our heroes continue their quest. Thank you for listening to Chaotic Amateurs.